I've been working on Storm Settlers, my survival city builder with sandstorms, for almost 3 years now. It was finally time to focus on the later part of the game. Also, I got a surprise for you guys, so stick around till the end. Or just skip ahead, I don't care. Once I was done adding new features to the exploration mechanic, it finally addressed most of the early feedback I received from past playtesters. It was now the time for new content to add depth to the mid to late game. The biggest issue was that once the city was well walled up, the game became trivial, since you could just exploit the same tiles forever. I made it so that the tiles had a limited amount that they could provide. So as they are exploited, the grass slowly runs out of food and eventually turns to dirt. The water slowly turned bad, giving less resources over time and finally dry up, which forces the player to explore the desert to find new sources of water. It was a good opportunity to work on the art of the water and finally animate it. And I also used Unreal's procedural meshes to make the water drift in the direction of the next storm, and faster during storms. Caravans were too random and were the same all game long. I was forced to make caravans useful early game, making them boring and useless late game. I created a condition system that would check the state of the game to influence the weight of the random selection. It allowed me to have progressively more advanced caravan deals during the game, and influence the deals based on what the player can afford and what they currently need. And to help with variety and exploration, I created new types of deals like an explorer for hire and a gossiper that will reveal the position of undiscovered resources. This allowed me to bump the number of caravans deals from 11 to 87. And while we're at it, if you want to support me, please wishlist Storm Settlers on Steam. It would be much appreciated. Thank you. The biggest change I made to the game was adding a mood system. Based on what's going on during the game, the mood of the city goes either up or down. Mood affects the productivity of the settlers, either positively or negatively, which definitely shakes the status quo. Ignoring the settlers' needs for too long will trigger negative effects, like them refusing to work or straight up leaving the city. One issue the game had was that the player would end up at a point where they kind of already lost, but were stuck in a long agonizing limbo before they finally saw a defeat screen. The negative mood really helps to make the game snowball into chaos and makes the player lose sooner, so they can start over quicker. Of course, the player needs ways to bring the mood back up. I created social halls, worked by a little clown, that increase the mood of settlers in range, with the option to unlock feasts that would temporarily increase the effect. The late game needed more challenges. As the city grows bigger, so does the need for entertainment. I wanted an advanced type of food that will require more space and workforce for the late game. Since my game is all about wind, it makes sense to have wheat fields waving in the wind, combined with windmills that would create flour faster during storms, to finally produce bread to both nourish settlers but also increase their mood. And to have something else to do with the new wheat resources, I added breweries that produce beer. Beers increase the settlers' mood but can have repercussions. With all those new resources no longer fitting in the UI, it was about time to stop procrastinating, and I rearranged the main UI. Resources at the top, with contextual tooltips to give more information to the player. The mood is some kind of liquid, bubbling with little mood icons. And this time, I wasn't doing it all alone. Thanks to Robin and RKS, the game is now translated in German and Brazilian Portuguese. And now that all of this is done, it's time for a playtest! I'm running a playtest starting right now, playable in English, French, German and Brazilian Portuguese. For a couple of weeks, anybody who joins the Discord server and asks for a beta key will receive one. I'm interested in everybody's feedback to help me make a better game. Your help is invaluable. That's it for today. Like the video, wishlist the game, and come try it on the Discord server. See you there!